Hey there. All right, so I got this pulse width modulator, and I have another kayak that I have one set up on already. But somebody brought up the point, what happens if you're out on the water and your pulse width modulator goes out? So first thing, these control the speed on your trolling motor, which I have taken apart here. So on your trolling motor, you have speeds 1 through 5 going one way, 1 through 3 going the other way, right? So if you set this pulse width modulator up, you have increments of 1 to 100 that you can set this up and really dial in your speed. So speed 1 on this, as I took it out without having the pulse width modulator on there, was like 1.84 miles an hour, which is way too fast to be trolling for what I'm trolling for. Like salmon, or if you want to go after kokanee, you want to do less than a mile an hour. So what I came up with is I'm going to put some connections in here, which I just briefly put them in and have them plugged into where they need to go. So on this motor, when these wires come out, it's very evident which ones go where, because if you look right in here, these ones here are going to be your battery wires, and they will string out through this other side, so you can follow them down. So that's the battery wires. The other two wires are going to be your motor head, so the power for your motor head. So when you hook this up, if you look on the pulse width modulator, it says negative motor, negative power, positive power. So it has a potentiometer in there. So this will tell you what number it's set at. So between 1 and 100, 100 being max. So what I did here, I'm going to have some quick connects that are going to come out of my box. This box will sit on top of the motor head. I got my dial, my potentiometer there. I got my forward and reverse switch there. I got this box from Walmart. It's like $7. So this is a valve up here, is a one-way valve. So air can go out and nothing can go in. So if I flip upside down, I should not get water in this box. This is a waterproof box, by the way, too. So it has a nice little rubber gasket inside, and it fits this unit really, really good. You can see in the bottom, I put Velcro on the bottom. So this is the head of my unit. So these trolling motors, they shake like crazy. And this is a Newport vessel. My other one is a Minn Kota. They both shake as they go. So this padding that I put up here on the top is good to keep that shaking down. So the hole you see in the top is where the wires are going to come to go to the box that I'm building here for the PWM. So, but when the wires come into this box here, down here, I'll have some grommets in there and everything. So I will have a quick connect or disconnect on there where I will just be able to unplug the wires from there, plug it back into the back of these, and I'll be able to use my trolling motor like normal. So just in case that these PWMs go out, they're only $20 or $25. They're not very expensive, but this one is nice because it has a fan inside. So just in case, not that I want to be using this as a regular trolling motor right now. And of course, I'll be resealing all of these with marine goop. So if you guys aren't familiar with this, this is a great product. So I strongly suggest using this. So I will be back. I just wanted to show you how everything is set up. If you've already disconnected these, you could find what goes where in these switches. Like this was already disconnected, but you can look online and figure out where all the lines go on these really easily. So they're a little bit different. This is going to be different than the Minn Kota one that I have, the switch, and I don't know the internal mechanisms of this little switch box thing here, but I've got everything hooked back up, and I'm ready to kind of start putting things back together and getting things screwed and glued and all that stuff. So this is just the start, and I will be back. All right, we're back. This is my pulse width modulator, and I have some quick disconnects here. Got everything labeled. So got the potentiometer up here. I'm sorry, right here. This is the speed dial up here. This is the forward is down, reverse is the other direction, and the middle is neutral. And going back to, if you were out on the water and this unit died, how would you use your motor if you did not connect it this way? Because you can hard connect these right from the inside of the trolling motor. You just take the wires from the motor and then from the battery, and you could hook them up, and it goes motor negative, motor positive, power negative, power positive. So I have everything heat shrinked and wrapped appropriately. I'm probably going to color code these so they're not messed up or anything like that. So actually I'll leave that box open. This is my battery box. Inside my battery box is my 100 amp hour battery, plus a cord to connect it to my kayak, and an extra kill switch. So I got a kill switch on this too. So plugs in on the side right here. And as you're doing this, make sure all your negatives and positives go to the right direction. So I've got that plugged in and that turned on. So I'm going to shut this box for a second, so you can kind of see what goes on. All right, so if we turn this on, you see that is at 0. So if we push this down, this is forward. So 45 is not the miles per hour, but it's how much power that it's using. So this is around half power right here. So, and as this unit is sitting in the boat, this is level with my eye. So all the way up to 100. So, all right, and if we turn that to the other direction, so this is reverse. So reverse also goes in that direction, right? But let's say this thing all of a sudden stops, right? So I'm gonna try to set this down here so you can see, I hope, because this is a two-handed thing. So I've got labels on all of these here. So right up here, see if I can move it over just a hair, right up here is motor. So we got the battery one. We want to make sure we don't plug the battery one into the motor one. So we got that there. Here's the motor. We got that there. Get it plugged in. All right. All right. So we come up here to the handle, and now the handle works. So in case this box dies, I have an alternative to use the motor to get me back to shore or safety, or keep fishing, or get to a new spot, etc. So my wires are a little long, so I have to figure out some way of wrapping them up and storing them, which might have something to do with this thing here. Maybe I can tie them down somehow, some way, but that's my box.